One small comment should not have that much power. Someone says, "You seemed a little off today." Or, "This part could have been better." Or, "I did not expect that from you." And even if they say it casually, your mind keeps returning to it. Not the 5 good things people said. Not the work you handled well. Not the proof that the rest of your life is intact. Just that one comment. You replay the tone. You question the meaning. You imagine what they really think of you. You may know logically that it was small, but emotionally, it feels large. Because your mind is not only reacting to feedback, it is asking a deeper question. Did I just lose respect? Did I disappoint someone? Did they see something in me that I was trying to hide? That is why one small criticism can stay in your head for days. The comment touched something your mind connects to identity, belonging, or worth. Let's slow this down. The first reason criticism sticks is that your mind gives danger more weight than safety. A compliment says, "Keep going." A criticism says, "Check for damage." So the mind leans toward the thing that might threaten your place, your image, or your sense of control. This is why 10 positive comments can feel nice, but one negative comment can become the main event. The positive comments feel like information. The criticism feels like evidence. That is the trap. Your mind does not simply hear, "This one thing could improve." It translates it into, "Maybe this says something bigger about me." Someone says your presentation felt rushed. Your mind says, "Maybe I am not good at this." Someone says your idea is not clear. Your mind says, "Maybe I am not as capable as I thought." The comment was specific. The interpretation becomes global. The second reason it stays is that criticism creates an unfinished loop. Praise usually closes easily. They liked it. You move on. But criticism opens a problem your mind wants to solve. What exactly did they mean? Were they annoyed? Should I explain myself? Do I need to fix something? Are they still thinking about it? The mind hates an unclear threat, so it keeps checking. Not because checking helps, but because checking gives the illusion of control. You replay the scene, hoping the next replay will reveal the truth. But replaying rarely gives you new information. It mostly deepens the emotional groove. That is how a 5-second sentence becomes 3 days of background noise. The third reason is that criticism often lands on a private insecurity. The comment may be small, but it touches a place you watch closely. If you already worry about being too much, one raised eyebrow can feel like confirmation. If you already worry about being behind, one comparison can feel like proof. If you already worry about not being respected, one dismissive sentence can feel like a verdict. That is why 2 people can hear the same comment and react differently. One person thinks, "Fair point." Another person carries it all weekend. The difference is not only the comment, it is the meaning already waiting inside the listener. This does not mean the pain is fake. It means the pain has a history. The comment pressed on an old bruise, not a fresh surface. You may be telling yourself, "Why did they say that?" But the real question may be, what if they are right about the thing I am most afraid of? That is the part that needs attention, not endless analysis of the other person, not building a courtroom in your head, not collecting imaginary evidence from their tone, timing, face, and punctuation. The way out begins by separating the comment from the conclusion. Use this sentence when criticism starts looping. That was a comment about a moment, not a final truth about me. A comment about a moment, not a final truth. This matters because criticism becomes dangerous when it turns into identity. I made a mistake becomes, I am a mistake. I was unclear becomes, I am not smart. I upset someone becomes, I am hard to like. You cannot calm down if your mind has turned one sentence into a character judgment. So bring it back to scale. What exactly was said? What part is usable? What part is interpretation? What part belongs to my fear, not the facts? Do not ask these questions to defend yourself. Ask them to resize the moment. The goal is not to pretend the comment did not matter. The goal is to stop it from becoming bigger than the truth. First, write the exact criticism in one sentence. Not your expanded version, Not your fear version? Not the version where you add tone, hidden meaning, and future consequences. Just the actual sentence. She said the work felt rushed. He said I seemed quiet. They said the idea needs more clarity. Now write the story your mind added underneath. They think I am not capable. They are disappointed in me. They will not take me seriously next time. Now look at both lines. One is the comment, one is the story. Most of the suffering usually lives in the second line. Second, decide whether the comment contains a useful action. If it does, take the action. Clarify one point, improve one section. Apologize if needed. Ask one follow-up question. Make one adjustment next time. Action closes loops better than rumination does. But if there is no useful action, name that honestly. There is nothing to solve here. My mind is trying to protect me by replaying, but replaying is not repair. Third, give the mind a clean ending. Your mind keeps returning to criticism because it wants certainty. So give it a boundary. Try saying, I have taken what is useful. I am leaving the rest. Not as a dramatic declaration, just as a quiet decision. You may need to repeat it more than once because the mind will try to reopen the file. And if this is the kind of inner loop you want to understand more clearly, you can subscribe and stay with the channel. No pressure. Just calm tools for moments like this. One mistake is trying to erase criticism by collecting reassurance. You ask, do you think I was okay? Then you check messages, reactions, views, tone, silence. Reassurance feels calming for a moment, but it can teach the mind that criticism is too dangerous to hold alone. A better move is to ask, can I stay with this discomfort without turning it into a crisis? Another mistake is attacking yourself before anyone else can. You replay the comment and add your own harshness on top of it. Of course I messed that up. I always do this. That does not make you more accountable. It just makes the original criticism heavier. Accountability is specific. Self-attack is vague and cruel. Choose the specific sentence. Next time, I will prepare that part more clearly. The third mistake is pretending you do not care. You say, it does not matter, while your mind keeps circling it for 2 days. Sometimes the more honest sentence is, this touched something in me, and I need to understand what. Maybe it touched your fear of being replaceable. Maybe it touched your fear of being misunderstood. Maybe it touched the pressure to always appear composed. Once you see that, the comment becomes smaller. It may still sting, but it no longer gets to define the room. So the next time one small criticism follows you home, do not fight it, obey it, or drown it in reassurance. Pause. Write the comment. Write the story. Take the useful action, leave the rest, and remind yourself, one comment is information. It is not my identity. That is how the grip loosens, not by never caring what people think, but by refusing to let one sentence become the judge of your whole self.